Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Recovery Live. And we are coming to you from actually Napanee, Indiana today. And we're getting ready to start the North Webster Indiana retreat. The first time we're in Indiana for Came to Believe Recovery this weekend, and we're so excited. We have a whole team here. We'll be bringing them on behind us here in a minute. But with me as co-host on my screen today is BJ Rapp. She's from
Florida.
Tangerine, Florida. They have fruit there. And Alicia from Northern California joining us today, back with us. We have some special guests. We're actually going to bring all the retreats on that are going on around the country, but I want to just talk to you about what's going on this weekend here. It's a brand new retreat that we're seating here in Indiana. Carrie and Mike, and they're right over here on the side. We'll bring them on in a second. Came to a retreat not even 6 months ago, right? February. And they got so lit on fire, and they actually found us through Recovery Live. So they saw us through Recovery Live. That's right, right?
You were on you might be interested in this event.
Yeah. And they got in their car and they drove a long way to Wisconsin to the retreat, and they just were completely transformed, came back and said, we got to do this. And they've been in touch with us ever since, and we put this thing together. We brought the team in, very much like we did in St. Joseph, Missouri, as you guys know, very much like we did in city teams in California, and very much like we're going to do in the South Bronx. Very exciting things going on and Came to Believe for the rest of this year, and it's really setting us up for a big year in 2023. And then the special thing, guys, for all of you in our viewer network, let's see who's on already. I got to put my comments on. Let's see who we got. Melissa's on. Sue Foreman. Hey, Sue from North Carolina. Anna's on, of course. Anna, we do have some Kentucky contingent coming to this retreat. And so our hopes is we're going to have some discussions, and we're going to be over there to see you guys in Kentucky. Terry Bruns is on. Matt is on, and he's actually sitting right next to me.
Is that cheating?
So it's kind of cheating. He's sitting right next to me. So Terry Bruns is on. Yes, we're not a glum lot. Melissa's on. So guys, here's a really exciting thing that we were all just talking about before we came on live, is that the Schoolies Mountain Retreat this year, which is in New Jersey, October 7th through the 9th. And the 9th is a really special day.
Somebody's birthday?
Yeah. And, but for all of you who have heard about Casera and Lisa and the behind the scenes, and we've even gotten a glimpse once in a while of those guys, they will actually be in attendance at the retreat. It's going to be an all-star retreat. Alicia's coming, BJ's coming, probably Dale Barker's coming. We're going to have a great time up on Schoolies Mountain in New Jersey. It's a beautiful place. We have a hayride and a bonfire, all kinds of stuff. It's a part of New Jersey most people don't know exists out in the country where Lisa lives, and kind of a little bit where I live, but much more Lisa. So 7th through the 9th of October, if you're in the New York metropolitan area, Pennsylvania, and you're wanting to join us and have some fun, Chris from Ireland, you probably can't make it. It's a flight over, though you could.
Maybe he could.
Yeah, you
Maybe you
make
could.
it. We'd love to see you there on Schoolies Mountain. That's in October. But the news of the day, guys, is what's going on this weekend. And it's really a first for Came to Believe Recovery. We have 3 retreats going on at one time. One here in Indiana, one in California in Loma Mar, which is the second one we're running there, and one in the UK. And we are going to have the leaders of all of those retreats on with us today. And actually, I want to bring on our leader from the Bay Area in California, Ricky Wade. Let him join the show. Hey, Ricky.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Ricky.
You getting excited for the day, Ricky?
I am super excited. I can't wait to get out of the house. Into the retreat. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
What time are you heading up?
Probably 11:30. I'm meeting a group of people at our at our church to go grab a bunch of supplies and stuff like that, and then head over there. So registration starts at 3:00, and I'm really excited. A lot of new people I don't know from the area are going, so get to make new acquaintances and stuff like that. So it's exciting.
It's just so exciting to watch the progress in California since we got together, over the pandemic, guys. Really, the California gang, we got this all started because of the pandemic when we went on virtual. And the virtual retreats gave Ricky and Don Zonic and these guys an opportunity to come on and experience this. And it's just grown ever since then. And so
It's exploded.
yeah, it's the third retreat in California this year, and 3 weeks later we're going to have one in Nevada City again. So if you're in California, you can't come to this one this weekend with Ricky. In 3 weeks, the 18th weekend of the 18th, we're going to be in Nevada City. So much good stuff going on. So how about let's talk to these guys sitting next to me for a minute. BJ and Alicia, you guys excited for the weekend?
Very much so. Really looking forward to it. We've got a great lineup, super speakers scheduled, and of course we're going to be going through the steps as the founders presented it to us. And that's very exciting. It's life-changing.
Gee, you ready? Alicia's actually teaching 1 and 2 tonight. She's all ready to go.
My first time, but I could do it. I'm prepared. A little nervous, but
You're gonna do great.
I'll be good. Yeah, I'm doing 1 and 2 and 11.
And what are you expecting? What's your biggest highlight that you feel, Ricky, this time?
I really like the fact that it's a lot of new people.
Yeah.
I've been to some just local retreats here, and a lot of the times it's a lot of the same people. We come back together to gather and just fellowship and stuff like that. I really love the fact that it's just like 90% of new people that I don't know from the area who are in recovery, and I know that several of them have not done the steps yet. So the life's transformed, like you said, is always super exciting to just see that happen over the weekend.
Our goal is, all of us that are in the leadership now, is to reach the least, the last, and the lost. It's the newcomers we want to reach. Those that have never heard this message or have heard it in a skewed fashion or not what the founders did. That's what we want to meet, right? Those people without a higher power. They don't have that God that the founders understood in their life, fueling their recovery, and the opportunity to take them through this program and introduce them and then launch them into living in the go.
Oh, I like that new shirt. That's great.
Right? I think you have one of these, Ricky, right?
Oh yeah, we got some. I haven't opened the box
Yeah.
yet. Okay.
When Dee comes on from England, she's going to be all upset because they don't have them in England.
Well, I don't have mine on today, so she won't know.
They're just not living in the go.
Yeah.
Tell her
Oh,
that.
don't say that.
Melissa heard that. I'm in trouble now.
Can we edit, Lisa? Can you edit that?
Melissa will have a comment. I know.
Maybe she's not on.
The UK
She
is
heard it.
exploded.
She heard it. Taryn Price is with us
Oh,
today.
hey, Taryn.
Hey, Taryn. Taryn's one of our leaders, longtime leaders out in Phoenix, Arizona. It's just great to see everybody on.
Oh, Terry Burns.
Terry
yes,
Burns,
and
yeah.
who's that? Christopher, Melissa. Oh,
Yeah. Chris Keogh, where's he from? I think he's
know.
Wisconsin.
Where are you from, Chris Keogh?
But let us know. Oh, Ireland.
Oh,
Yes,
wonderful.
yes.
Great.
He's been on before. The really exciting thing about this is that we're seeding these new retreats, right, Ricky? It's and you guys, we did Restoration Church in St. Joe this year. We did City Team this year, and we've done this one here in Indiana. And these are just fresh new starts that wouldn't have happened without a team here ready to do it, and some resources too. So we've been blessed to have some resources, which means money, to be able to do things like that. And donations. I love that, the donations.
Everything costs money today.
Everything costs money, and all we do is have enough to cover expenses. We just want to be able to bring the team in and be able to spread the word. These, without the resources, Ricky, City Teams, Restoration, and this one would not have happened because So,
Volunteers.
and volunteers, right?
Love our
and so
volunteers.
We
Absolutely.
get a little money and a lot of volunteers, and we get to spread the message. So you guys see that donate button. If you have anything extra, it'd be great. All it does is go to help other addicts. It doesn't go in anybody's pocket. Nobody's getting rich. We're just trying to spread the message as far and as wide as we can to as many places. Is Dee on? Oh, I'm waiting for Lisa to tell me if Dee comes on. She's not on yet. So why don't we introduce Mike and Carrie, who
Want to
are,
turn it?
yeah, maybe we just turn it because Carrie's in a wheelchair
Turn it this
because
way.
of her injury.
Is that
Oh, there's Carrie and Mike. Yeah. They have living in the go shirts because they're living in the go. Here, I'll slide over. So you guys have taken a chance to champion this retreat, and I know you guys are really excited about this weekend and being able to bring this message to your local area. But what are your expectations for the weekend?
I'm just hoping that we build a team so that in a few months we can run another one. We had a lot of people say that they couldn't come to this one, but they want to come to the next one. I fell and broke my femur a couple months ago, so I wasn't able to get out and about to a lot of places. So it's a really small retreat, but I think that we have some really great people that are coming, and they will most definitely want to help with the future ones. And I can't thank my friends from Wisconsin enough for coming down to help us, because they will probably come and help with other ones, and they've just embraced us, and that's where we came to the first one at. So they've been with us the last 7 months on and off all the time. So it's just been great. So we just want to get out there and show Indiana what they have to offer. It's one of the hard areas of the state, and there's a lot of people that are affected by addiction. So
It was awesome yesterday. We went into the county facilities. I think it was actually a jail that we were at, right? Was it a jail?
we were at the courthouse. Yep.
County courthouse here in where we are in Indiana, and we were meeting with some of the local authorities there and talking to them about what we do and the possibility of them being able to, tell those coming out of incarceration and different things that there is an answer, and that maybe this is the answer for them, and being able to be involved in that. And it'll take some work on our part. We may have to get certified by the state. We may have to do something. But it was really interesting when Mike told his story, because he talked about being one of the ones we want to help, who, when he came out of the system, and how much it helped him when he got connected with us. And that I think it was really impactful, Mike, when you told him that. I didn't even realize that when he was
That he had spent a year in that county jail,
Yeah.
sitting across from the people that told him he was going to sit in jail. So yeah, it was great. And the surrounding counties, there's people from the surrounding counties coming to the retreat for the weekend that work within the jails and in the homeless shelters. So we have all kinds of great people out in the community coming to this retreat so that they can help us offer it in the future going forward.
Right. So there's a lot behind the scenes going on with this. A lot of thought went into this, guys, for the future. And that's part of what we want to do, is bring those people that are the movers and shakers in the area to see what it is, even on a small scale, so that the next time we come, it's a big retreat. And then it gets, as the leaders grow, we don't have to come. A startup team. And we're off to some other place, starting one someplace else. It's a really exciting model. And it's working. Worked in Missouri, worked in California, and it's no reason why it wouldn't work here. We're talking for you, Mike. What do you got to say, brother?
I'm just excited for it because this is where I grew up at, and the addiction rate is off the charts here. And I've had a lot of people be like, you got to grow to you. What is it? And when I tell them about the retreat, and that's what it is, because I've done 3 years in prison. I was in active addiction for 17 years. And I did the 12 steps in prison. I've done the 12 steps with a sponsor. I did 12 steps in rehab. And when I came and did the 12 steps here at the retreat, it was moving, and it was intense, but it was rewarding, and I got a lot of freedom from it. And to be able to share that message with other people and let them see that light in their darkness, because I was that darkness for so long. And to be able just to share that and then watch their change and then just hear the word get spread and throughout the community that's the part I can't wait for, because it's already being talked about. So now that people are going to experience it, it's really going to just blow up.
You know, when I met, and Ricky, we'll let you tell your story a little bit because you have a similar story about being behind, looking through some bars, I think, for part of what your story. When I met Mike back in February, really, when you met Mike and Carrie, you meet Carrie. Because it's Carrie. And Mike was, I would describe, I don't know if you felt this way, but he was very reserved at the retreat and kind of sitting back.
It was a very long drive
Yeah.
to Wisconsin.
Carrie was not reserved at the retreat anyway. But I've gotten to know Mike a bit, and the two of them came to and helped us in Missouri. And then seeing him again today, he's a changed person, guys. He's changed just since I've known him because of this. It's different. There's something different about him. And it's unmistakable when people get a hold of what the program had to offer and has to offer, and they get work in that 10, 11, and 12. The freedom is really tangible. It's real. Ricky, tell us a little bit about your story, because you had a little bit of the same kind of story. Is that true? Uh-oh, is he frozen?
Silence.
He's frozen. Are you there, Rick? Oh, there he is. You back?
I'm not sure. Am I on?
You're on now.
I think my internet froze. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your story, because you had a little bit similar story to Mike's, right?
Yeah. I was in jail, and they brought in an H&I meeting, a 12-step meeting, and that was kind of when I heard this idea of, giving my life to God to help me. And I was desperate, and I was, who's going to help me? I got nothing left. And so I was thinking about that just yesterday. I essentially kind of did the first 3 steps in jail, Yeah. And then I got out and I got into the 12-step rooms. And then what I love about Came to Believe is the simplicity of, the legacy guide and the steps. And I think I experienced something similar to what Mike experienced, is dealing with the root of the issue, and having God remove the root issue versus focusing so much on all the just things that I did, and the guilt and shame behind those things. So I also felt after, 16, 17 years in the program, I felt a new, new life come after the retreat.
And I have known, Ricky, I've known you now a couple of years, because I think we met virtually, and then I've been out to California a bunch of times and seen you, and I've seen him change too and grow. And the whole community out there, all of us, right?
Yeah.
We've been doing nothing but growing and changing and being excited, and it's enhanced all of our lives, learning and family recovery. BJ wants
It
to,
affects all of us.
it's a family recovery, because actually Carrie's not one of us. We always say that, one of us.
She's a normie. She's a normie, yeah.
But she's not, guys. She's not. And
My
neither,
addiction is ice cream.
yeah, and neither is
Hey.
BJ. BJ's not a normie either. So it works, guys. It really works. This crew here, we've all come from different bottoms, but some pretty tough circumstances. And Ricky has gotten married, and he has kids, and he's got a successful life going. These guys are moving their life forward. I've come through a lot. BJ, everybody, Alicia has made all sorts of accomplishments, and we're keeping going on. And the rest of the team too. Here I hear stories and all about it. Matt's going to college starting Monday. And I think it's just, after what he did, it's just fabulous. There's nothing we can't do when we start taking that step and just living in the go. It's what we talk about, 10, 11, and 12. There's no more I can't. It's I'm going to try is what works for this program now. Why don't we get the whole team? Maybe you guys are here. I was talking about all these guys that came down from Wisconsin, from behind us. The team. Iowa. Well, I was going to say Iowa.
My surrounding loves it.
So this is what it is, guys. This is what it takes to be committed. And and to come and to help. These guys came from a long way. Ruth Ann came from Iowa, and these guys all came from Wisconsin to help us start this retreat. So guys, like we always do, how does it work?
Real
good.
Let's do it again. You do it better than that, right? Deeply say that. How does it work?
Real good.
There we go. That's the famous rallying cry of all of us. So, well, you guys, we're going to be going over in a little while. Once we finish this, we're going to get out of the hotel here. We're going to be heading over to help change some lives. I know Ricky's going to be getting in the car and heading up into the mountains and into the pines to change some lives. And then Dee out in England is changing some lives. Really something to think about. 150 people, maybe about 180 people will be going through Came to Believe retreats this weekend.
Nice.
Around the world, and having, back in May, we had the most retreats in 1 month. And now we're having the most retreats in one weekend, so it's all about reaching as many as we can. Unfortunately, there's millions and millions of people that are out there suffering and broken, and we can reach them one retreat at a time, and that's what we're going to try to do. All right, let's see. We got Dee on yet? Not yet. Any questions from you guys in the audience? You guys that are come, we'd love to. Any questions for Carrie or Mike or Ricky? Wendy's with us. Hi, Wendy. Jamie West. We'd love to answer any questions anybody might have about what we do. And what we do, guys, for those of you who maybe are just listening saying, what are you guys talking about? Weekend what? Who knows? Living in the go, end addiction. What are you guys talking about? Came to Believe Recovery. We present the steps the way the founders did it, as we were taught from Clarence Snyder through Steve Foreman and BJ Rapp and Jack Rapp and Dale and Carol Morfitt, of exactly how Dr. Bob showed Clarence how to do it. And this is what they were doing back in the 30s when they had 90+ success rate. And what they were doing was taking people through the steps of the program. It's the only thing they had, guys. The book says there's 12 steps. That's what you do. And they were freeing people from what they were in bondage to very quickly. Several days to several weeks to 1 day to an afternoon. Lots of evidence that these things were done with people in an afternoon.
It's a design for living.
It's a design for living, right? So it's more than just getting freed from what is your addiction. Actually, the promises in the 9th step don't talk anything about addiction. They talk about how your life is going to be transformed and how you'll live in a freedom that you never had before. And this can happen quickly. And so we take everybody through all 12 steps in the weekend. Yes. And the 4th step takes about 30 minutes and nobody thinks it can.
It's my favorite part.
You're here, but when you see how we do it, you really can. And then we teach you how to live in 10, 11, and 12 and support yourself for the rest of your life and just grow, grow, grow. And then we have it. Oh, we have a question from Sunny.
What do you do outside of retreats, and how are you involved directly with the lives who are still addicted? So my husband still attends meetings, and I worked for the Department of Corrections as an addiction counselor for a few years. I am still an addiction counselor. I work at a youth treatment facility for kids that are 18 to 23 coming from juvenile detention. And they just started an addiction department or wing or whatever. So that's where I work when I'm not in a wheelchair. I am also really connected to somebody in the community who's opening a halfway house. And Mike and I are working on opening a transitional living home for people that are coming out of treatment centers and jail and prison and can't get somebody to let them lease an apartment or whatever. They'll come live with us at our house and create that background of paying bills on time and stuff like that, so they can eventually get somebody to lease them a home, or they can buy a home or whatever.
And when you get recovered and you're sober and people see that, I've had a month ago, a guy hit me up, asked me if I'd drive him to a rehab facility so that he could get clean. I actually just walking in here, one of my friends messaged me and asked me if I knew a place where their brother could go and detox. So people reach out to me like that, and I use the resources around here, and Carrie knows people, and we just get with them and we make things like that happen to get them clean. And then when they get clean, then we offer them this, and we actually had a kid that came to church Sunday, accepted Christ in his life, and got baptized in the same day.
Which is really crazy because 2 years ago he helped us move,
Yeah,
and we were like, "We're here for you if you need anything." And 2 years later, he's coming to the retreat.
yeah. So and I'm, just excited to see people like that change and to help them.
Do you guys think you could do just one more thing to help?
I mean,
Yeah,
there might be somebody on the road on the way home.
When this
We've
gets
had
in-
people like call in the middle of the night, like, "I need help, I need out of here," like in bad situations, and we've gone to pick them up and bring them to our home until we can get them somewhere safe. We're just here to help. Like,
And once you get the message, and we know that our message connects with people because we say we were there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you don't have to be there either. Organizationally, guys, after retreats, we run the retreats, and then we want in every area we have a retreat. Want to start a Came to Believe meeting, which is really just a old time AA meeting, a fellowship, where what you'll hear is support for everything that you heard at the retreat. And it's a place for people to come in and share their experience, strength, and hope, and work their 10, 11, and 12, and encourage and uplift each other as they grow in their new life. And so that goes on after the retreats, and we're making a really concerted effort now to help the local areas start these meetings for support, because people need it. They come out after a weekend, and we're not under no illusion that there isn't a lot thrown at them and that they need some time to walk into it and break their old habits and routines. And we want to help with that and get them going from a place of recovery, because you can be, guys. The book says they were recovered, so why can't we be? The book says their lives are changed. The book says that they were released from the obsession, and so can we. Sometimes I read that stuff and I wonder, it's so exciting what it has to offer all of us if we just do what they did. And it can happen really quickly and launch us in our life. So that's what we do. We go and preach it from the mountaintops everywhere we can, that recovery is possible. And I had a question for you, Ricky, and now I can't remember what it was. Squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. We are going to get our British contingent on here in a
I'm gonna
minute,
get a T-shirt
And
that
then-
says "squirrel" for
and
Tom.
then we won't have any trouble with people talking. Once the British contingent- See that? Another hit. Melissa's laughing right now. I know.
It'll be his Christmas
Deep
present.
time. They have a huge retreat over there. I'll just speak it right now. I think they're sold. They were trying to take more people, 75 or 80 people at this facility that doesn't hold as many people as they would like, I think. And there are people trying to squeeze in today. I heard Casera and Lisa were talking about, and they just don't have room for them. I don't know what they're going to do. We hate to turn anybody away for space. They should jump on a plane and come out to California or come here. Right?
Here, we got 2 more beds here
A couple of beds here. Maybe we get here tomorrow. That would be great.
by today, like 3 hours from now. Not tomorrow, Tom. Today.
Today, that's right. Wow.
It's gonna have 2 squirrels on it.
I'd like to see it was jet lag, but we're in the same time zone.
Yeah, you don't even have an excuse. 'Cause,
In Indiana here, we're right on the edge of the Eastern Central Time Zone. So,
yeah, like 20 miles that way
20
or in
miles
the
that
central
way.
time zone.
Any questions from our audience here? What are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
Saving lives.
Changing lanes.
Saving lives.
Spreading the message.
Spreading the message.
Family recovery.
Family recovery. Why don't you come in and talk a little bit about that, BJ, if you want?
Well,
He's made a couple.
let me come right up here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All
Absolutely. Did you know that the Big Book also talked about the family? Not just about the family, but they wanted the family involved in this recovery. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Okay, all right.
I'm listening.
All right. Did you know that in the Big Book, it says that if this is good for the family as well, it's not a one-way street.
I did know that.
You didn't know that. Well, you get a brownie point for that.
Mhm.
Yes. And that we too, we can say that we are not only powerless over alcohol, and when we say that, we say, and we're powerless over the effects it has on our loved ones, right? right? And it not only works with alcoholism, but you can put any addiction there, any physical addiction or even emotional addictions. I suffered with food addiction as well as codependence and a long list of stuff. We don't have enough hours to go into what I was addicted to. But I use this same program for my recovery. And look at me today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she's,
and here I am.
you know, the original manuscript, guys, says on step 12, it says, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of this course of action, they say, we tried to spread this message to others, especially alcoholics.
That's
So-
what the original manuscript said.
They knew that they had an answer for everybody. And that part that you are talking about at the beginning of the forward to the first edition, where it says, and by the way, we are sure that we have advantages for all.
For
Our way
all.
of living
Right.
has advantages for all.
Forward to the first edition, first paragraph, lessons.
Lessons. Well, but you're depressed. I knew that.
I
Advantages
know.
for all.
I'm very depressed, but not just one city.
I'm learning so much this morning. This is great.
But for everyone, Ricky, everyone. And think about the generations, all of the people, when they get this, when they are recovered, the whole family can recover. And their children are affected. And did you know that for every one alcoholic, that there are 25 to 52 people that are affected by that one individual? So the influence that a recovered person, and we just heard that from Mike, spreading the recovery message and living it as a recovered alcoholic. Not only he's affecting his life, but his family's life and children's life and children's to come. It's really exciting. It's a perfect program for recovery from any addiction. Thank you.
I am, I almost haven't met anybody that isn't touched by it. You start to talk to someone, well, I'm not addicted, I don't have a problem. You talk to them for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden they'll say, but my cousin was such and such, or my sister's husband, or my sister's wife. It's just like, oh, there it is. Everybody's touched. So think about these numbers, what BJ just said, just to tell you how much effect that addiction has on this whole country and really the whole world. If there are 24 million people with some sort of substance use disorder, 24 million just in America, that they estimate that, right? If they touch 20, let's say they just touch 20 people, right? That means 400 million Americans are touched by addiction somehow in their life. That's almost everybody, guys. It is everybody, really. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal what we're doing is trying to break that brokenness that is carried by so many people and then affects so many more people living in the go and getting a new life, a way of living. I love that. We talk a lot about that. So we say living in the go, guys, because I think a lot of addicts come in and they think I just get off my drugs and then I struggle along in my life and I go to meetings every day and I whine and I cry about it. And that's not what we preach. That's not what they preached back then. And it's not what the foundations of this program were, which are the Christian principles that underlie this whole thing, preached freedom and life and success in everything that we did, and happiness and joy that they were picking up from when they were studying the Bible, put it in this book, sharing it with us. And when we get connected with that power, the same power that they did, off we go, guys, and it works. You'll see it.
The founders knew that the whole family gets sick together and we can get well together through this 12 steps and practicing this design of living. That's exciting.
I've been taking BJ's inventory a little bit this weekend so far because she picks on me a little bit, just like everyone does. But
he thinks he's always right, and I have to correct him. No, that's not true. So I have to pull him back, put him in line, because there's only one right person here, and we know that's me.
And I just am okay with her being wrong about everything. Anyway, we're not a glum lot, guys. We have a lot of fun and we kid around with each other. It doesn't mean that we live these boring lives now. We're out doing fun things, and we're gonna have a boat ride this weekend on a paddle boat. That's what we're gonna do Saturday night. Those guys are gonna do karaoke.
Karaoke, bonfire, s'mores, hikes.
Yeah, it was
The
really
redwoods,
interesting karaoke last time. Remember, Ricky?
Oh, it was a hit. Yeah, people were up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Our retreats are a lot of fun. Well, also when you meet wonderful people and friendships that you establish for a lifetime, it really is a new way of living, with a lot of great people, wonderful people, whole new community.
Ricky, is there anything that has surprised you about this whole thing? Like if you sit back today and go, I'm just something you didn't really expect, some that has you particularly encouraged. We're gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, again, I just think that the new people that are coming out to try, they probably don't know as many people as I don't know. So it's a lot of courage, right? It takes a lot of courage to show up to a retreat. You don't know a lot of people, it's a new thing, and and you're going to talk about a sensitive topic. And so, I have about 4 or 5 guys that I know personally who are really struggling. And, like there's so many things coming up in their life now that they're, I'm not gonna be able to make it, and we're just like trying to plow through those things. Like, you could do it. Come on. What do we, there's just different areas that are trying to keep them from going. And I just realized, and that really encourages me that everybody's going to go with this anticipation of experiencing these 12 steps, right? And experiencing what we've experienced. Because even on like my Facebook, when I announced it, I also said it's not just for one addiction, it's for any addiction. And Tom, like you said, I witnessed that over Zoom during the pandemic. People from all over the world had all different kind of addictions, and they experienced freedom over the internet, over Zoom, going through this work. And so that's what I'm really just excited about, is just seeing how people are using their resources and their time and their energy, and they're committing to coming. And then I just am excited to see that happen for them. I'm excited to see them get rid of some stuff and encounter God, in a way that we did for the first time. I do every time I go. It's just like, it's exciting to just go through the process again and just remember how faithful, right, and how good God is in that. And He does in fact have all power. It says, right, that the one who we have to turn our lives over to, the one who has all power, and may we find Him now. And He's available now. It's so exciting to see people come to the retreat and experience it now. And so I'm really encouraged by the people, like I said, who are taking the risk. They're courageous to come and meet new people and try something new. And so, yeah, I just can't wait to witness the freedom come to them this weekend. And, the Came to Believe time at the end of the retreat is always super exciting. So you never know who's going to share. I mean, I'm always shocked by the quietest person the whole weekend finally comes up and says something, and they start crying, and I'm blown away. I'm like, wow, it's just, it works. Like they said, it works really good.
It's that person who we think all weekend they're not getting it. They're just they don't look at. Then they come up on Came to Believe and they melt down. Right, it happens every time.
Yeah, and I love that.
I'm always surprised, like you say, we come to give, but we get so much.
Yes.
It's almost jealous of how much we get out of coming to these weekends. I'm really encouraged by the volunteers that have showed up, these guys that have driven a long way to come here to help us with this and to serve. And they do it at their own expense. These guys drove 7, 8, 9 hours. I don't know, longer than that, right, Ruth Ann? It was a long
8 hours.
8 hours. 7 hours.
That's
and to come and do this, right? And it makes me feel like I'm just so encouraged at the team and feel honored that they would come and do this weekend. Hey guys,
I agree, Tom. Yeah, I think our team this time have come really. I've felt very supported by the local team here. They've been calling, emailing, and texting. Do you need anything? And just really stepping up to making this thing happen. So I completely agree.
That's great, and that's a good point. Establishing a team does so much, not only for help with putting the retreat together, but just building that camaraderie and friendship. that carries through to the next retreat. And I've known people since 81 that I still call my dearest friends, very close friends, really. And although I've been to hundreds of retreats, I keep saying, boy, the next, the one I'm at, oh, that was the best one ever. Oh, that was the best one ever. Because there are so many changed lives. And when we're talking about, maybe some of the people don't know what the came to believe portion is. On Sunday, it was my very favorite part. People that had come to the retreat for the first time would get up and just share what they had received that weekend and what they're going to carry home with them. This isn't just a retreat weekend feel-good relationship experience. This is now the beginning of a new life. The beginning of a new life. And that is exciting. We can put that old life behind us and start over because we have the power of our living God. It's so exciting.
Clean slate.
Yeah.
Got to get BJ to come out to California again, right, Ricky?
Yes.
Love it.
That would be great.
Hey guys, for our t-shirt, we're going to do our t-shirt giveaway. Remember, it's #recovered in the comment section to get your name in to get a t-shirt. Lisa's behind the scenes counting them all up and stuff. Where we're hoping to get our British retreat on with us, guys. I don't know if we're going to get Dee to join us. We're running close to the end now. They're really busy in the UK. It's 5 o'clock there, right? Actually going on 6. So they're in the middle of registration. So it's a tough time for them to back away. I don't know. I mean, we're not in registration. Ricky's not in registration. So it's easier for us to come on. I think maybe we'll try Sunday, Ricky, if there's internet up there. I'll stay in touch with you. We could get on again. We'll come on and do something and have all of our teams do a big hooping and hollering Sunday afternoon. Let's see if we can pull that together. That'll be fun, right?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Herding cats, right?
Yep.
Maybe get your phone. We'll figure it out, guys. But we'd love to have you see. Sometimes the excitement. I don't know if you guys pick it up when you just hear us talk about it, but when you see the team and the people at the end on a Friday, on a Sunday, all these people changed in their bright faces. It's really moving, and it would just maybe, if you're thinking, I don't know that I can do it, or I don't know what to do, just see these people from all different backgrounds. They're doing it, and so could you. And your family.
Yeah.
And get a new life. These guys are cutting the shirts up, and it just sends me over the edge, Ricky. You got the new shirts. Alicia
Gotta have the sleeveless ones.
Yeah, they cut the collars off, and then Alicia infects everybody. She tells everyone when they see her, and then they're all cutting their shirts.
They
We don't do that. I don't know. I guess they're good shirts. We do it.
She's patent a new design for you, Tom. It might be popular.
They are going to cut a new design. Well, I just want to thank Ricky. I want to thank you for being on tonight, brother. I mean, great. Not good luck, but I'm praying for you. We're praying for you out there this weekend. You guys will do what she's showing you. And go up there and go get them, brother. And thanks for being on. We'll talk to you over the weekend.
Praying for Indiana and the UK. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ricky. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
So here we are, guys. We are getting ready to, we will do the t-shirt giveaway in a couple minutes. Any final words? We're still giving Dee a couple more minutes. She may show up on here, but we're running towards the end here. We got to head ourselves over to the retreat in a little while. Any last words from you, Alicia?
No.
No, she says. She's got to share a lot this weekend. We're in a hotel in Napanee, Indiana, and we're ready to check out and take the team over to North Webster to the retreat center and see if we can change some lives.
Yes.
Anybody else join us?
We will.
We will. Janet Jones, Shannon Doyle. I don't know. Where are you guys from? Janet, #recovered. Oh, yeah, she's in. I don't know. Let's see.
Janet's
She
been
recovered.
typing in a lot.
Give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll go.
Thank you for your comments. It's very encouraging. We certainly appreciate it, and we are reading them and very much appreciate it.
Janet from Kentucky. So we have one of our virtual retreat attendees and coming from Kentucky. Darcy's showing up this weekend with a friend. We're hoping to hook her up with you, Anna, and then maybe Janet. And we're going to be down there in Kentucky before long. I don't know. That's not probably even that far for Ruth Ann to drive to Kentucky to come.
I'd fly.
She's fine.
She would fly.
But do you see? But you see what she said? I will fly.
I would
Go to
fly.
Kentucky.
Robbie, see this team? There's nothing stopping them from coming. So hear that? Anna, we got a team. This team here is going to come into Kentucky and see if we can get you guys all straightened out. Right? That ought to get them.
There you go.
Anyway.
Straighten down. Good luck.
Oh, there's Mandy Young. She's on. Mandy's one of our leaders in the UK. Mandy's going to be a big part of us as we move forward in the UK, along with Melissa and Dee and some others over in the UK. We're just so excited about what next year is going to bring over in the UK as we expand over there as well. Well, why don't we
Thank you,
do that?
Christopher, for your comments. We appreciate that and your encouragement. That's great, all of you.
Yeah. We'll be in Ireland too, Christopher. Don't worry about it. We came over there. But we're going to get ready and do our t-shirt giveaway. Let's see how many people are on today. We have 11. We're going to give you about 2 more minutes. All you do is put hashtag recovered in the comment section. And did you put yours in already, Matt?
I did.
Matt's in. Great. So we have 11 people. Yeah, let's go. Hashtag recovered. We're up to 13 now, and you get a shot at a nice shirt, guys. Lisa gets them right out to you. All right.
Everybody here is picking up their phones. And
Right. Tim Doyle's with us. Hey, Tim,
Hey,
down
hi, Tim.
in Missouri. We'll just do a plug. We are going to do an on-ground retreat as a result of our retreat at Restoration in January in St. Joseph, or outside of St. Joseph. So you'll be hearing a lot more about that as we get closer to November and all about that. All you people in St. Joseph who want to go in that Kansas City area and experience a weekend.
Oh, and
retreat.
Leesburg, Florida.
Oh,
Let's not
right.
forget Leesburg, Florida in November also.
Right, that's a flagship
Yeah.
retreat in November in Leesburg. We're going to be in the South Bronx in November and in New Jersey, October. Remember, that's the star show. You get to meet Kasera and Lisa, and BJ and Dale and Alicia will all be there. And it's not about us, guys. We're kidding around. It's really about coming together to be able to share this message to you. Come to get changed and have some fun with us. That would be what we want to do. Let's see. Holy mackerel. We went up to 19. It was 11. It's you guys are all putting it in. It's everybody behind me.
Where's my phone?
The gang here will just give them one out of merch, Lisa. It'll be easy. They won't have to mail anything. You saved us shipping. Thanks, guys. Anyway, let's do it, Lisa. 19 people. Let's see who gets it.
Oh, well.
Anna.
All right.
We talked a lot about Kentucky. You'll have a lot of shirts to wear when we come down there. So there's look at Lisa says she wants to meet everybody. So it'll be all awesome. Anna, I don't know. That's not probably your first shirt. I don't know. But I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. Again, if you have any interest, go to cametobelieverecovery.org. You'll see all the retreats listed. Reach out to us. We'll have somebody reach out to you. We'd love to see you at a retreat. We'd love to talk to you about what we're doing. If you want to volunteer for us, get with us. We're looking for more and more volunteers. We want to spread this message everywhere.
Sign up for the newsletters.
Sign up for our newsletters,
You can do
and you'll
that
hear all about
at
it.
the Cametobelieve website.
We're sending out emails and with all sorts of information about what we're doing. And so you guys have a great weekend here at the end of August. It's going to be September next week. Do you believe it? Summer's over. I can't believe it. Next week, I'll be back in my home office in New Jersey, and we'll be coming to you regularly. Kasera will tell me what I'm talking about. supposed to be when it comes to this. But all of you guys have a great weekend, and everybody at retreat, I hope that you guys get changed and keep an open mind. And we'll see you next week.